Om. 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 Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam sada shiva samarambam Shankaracharya madhyamam asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8. Arjuna has asked few questions because in earlier chapter at the end, Bhagavan said, those who meditate on me, knowing me, Paramatma, of such and such nature, Brahma, etc. was told. They become me, they are liberated. This gave an occasion for Arjuna to ask what all these Bhagavan meant. The questions were, what is Brahma 1? What is Adhyatma 2? What is Karma 3? What is Adhibhuta 4? What is adhidaiva 5? What is adhiyajna 6? And prayana kale katham neyahasi. How can you be known at the time of death? 7 questions are asked. Bhagavan is answering them one by one very patiently. So now what is Brahma? This Brahma, Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Third verse. Swabhavodhyatma uchyate bhuta bhavodbhavakaraha visarga karma saudita. Aksharam Paramam Brahma. Arjuna, what I meant by Brahma is Param Brahma, the most exalted Brahma. And it is Aksharam. Kshara means destructible. Naksharam, Aksharam, indestructible. So, that Brahma is Akshara. Now, where are you going to find out what is the indestructible in this world? We need not go far. Take ourselves. Let us consider each and every one of us. In us, as an individual, let us find out, is there an indestructible principle? If it is there, that itself is Brahma. You need not go anywhere to find out Brahma. Find out now. As you as an individuality, as I as an individual, what is that which always is, never gets extinct? If you say physical body, in the dream this body is not there, sleep it is not at all there. You say mind, etc., in sleep they are not there. You say this waking world, dreamt world, in sleep they are not there. They come and go, they come and go, they come and go. All our waking and dream experiences are not there in the sleep. They come and go. Then what is that which always there? That principle which makes us aware of which makes us experience waking body, waking world, waking experiences. Dreamt body, dreamt world, dream experiences. And in sleep, absence of all these. One common denominator is that, and that denominator, common denominator is Chaitanya. Your awareness principle, your conscious principle, that is Paramam Brahma, Aksharam. What we found out in our analysis of 24 hours applies for all along. Ours was a sample analysis. Of course, this is a way of understanding. But the real pramana is Veda Upanishad only. This is the Aksharam Brahma. Then what is Swabhava? Adhyatma Swabhava Adhyatma Uchyate. We have to take this way. Adhyatma is Swabhava. What is Swabhava? Swaha Bhava. Swaha, me, I. Bhava, its being, existence. That Akshara Brahma, that Chaitanya, being available in each and every embodiment as I. So, whatever entity you refer to as I is invariably this Paramam Brahma Chaitanya. But alas, not knowing this truth, we mistake the body as I. We mistake the indriya senses as I. We mistake the mind as I. We mistake the intellect as I. We mistake the ignorance as I. Because one thing we know for certain, we need not learn Vedanta. The entity I is Sachetana sentient. Experientially, physical body onwards up to mind, intellect, ignorance are sentient, appear to be sentient. We take it to be I, which is not so. See, if an iron ball appears red hot, that iron ball is not red hot. It is a fire that is there. But a layman is not able to distinguish between the fire and the iron ball. Likewise, if our body, etc., appear to be Sachetana, it is not its intrinsic feature. It is because of its association with Chaitanya, which is Paramam Brahma, Aksharam Param Brahma. So we have seen now what is Akshara Brahma, Swabhava, availability of the Brahma as I in every embodiment. Visarga karma saudhyata. First, let us see what is visarga. What is meant by karma is visarga. What is the visarga? Bhuta bhavo dvavakara. That which produces bhuta, prani matra, living being. The visarga means here offerings to devatas in yajna yagas, in sacrifices. In Vedas, we all along come in the Karmakanda portion, varieties of yagas, sacrifices, invoking different adhisthana devatas, invoking different presiding deities, Indra, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, Yama, etc. Virat and all that are there. For them, in the sacrifice, yaga, purodasha, etc., the sacrificial things are offered. That offering is called karma because it produces a result unseen called adrishta, which gives rise to the birth of all living beings in terms of different embodiments. So, bhuta bhavavat karaha, that karaha which produces udbhava, growth of bhuta bhava, existence of all beings, that visarga offering is called karma. Means all the Vedic karmas and also karmas done by the individual, worldly also. They are called as what we call every karma, every action produces result. And that result comes into being in the existence of living beings. This is karma. Then what is adhibhuta? What is adhidaivata? What is purusha? All these are told. Adhibhutam ksharo bhavaha purushashchadidaivatam adhiyajnohamevatra dehe dehabhritambara. Adhibhuta is ksharaha bhavaha. Bhava. Bhava means whatever that is being born. Whatever that is being born, but by nature is ksharaha, destructible. Earlier, Brahma was defined as akshara, indestructible. All that is born and yet destructible, that is adhibhuta. Just analyze, just to try to find out. Entire world is what? Adhibhuta. Beginning from our body. Beginning from our body onwards, the entire Jagat is what? Is Adhibhuta. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, in its appearance, in reality is Brahma only, but in its appearance is what? Adhibhuta. Entire Jagat is Adhibhuta. Purushaha adhidaivatam. Who is adhidaivata? Purusha. Who is Purusha? Hiranyagarbha, the adhisthana devata of samashti sukshma sharira, the presiding deity of macrocosmic subtle bodies. We have mind, intellect, antakarana, pranas, indriyas. This is at our individual level. Sum total of that at the macrocosmic level, samashti level, total level is Hiranyagarbha. It is called as adhidaivata. Whereas adhiyajna ahamevatra dehe dehavritambara. O dehavritambara. Dehavrit means one who wields the body. We wield the body. Each and every one of us has got body. So among them is Vara Shrestha is the praise of Arjuna. Oh, best among the humans, like that. We humans, among them, you are the best one. Of course, Krishna case is different. Krishna cannot be in our category because we are jivas born of karma phalas for our purushartha. Krishna is Paramatma, willingly has taken the body for the upliftment of the Jagat. He is not ignorant jiva, though he may parade like any other person. So this is what misleading. That one place he has said earlier, in the earlier chapter he said, Avajananti mamuda manushim tanumashritam param bhav majanta mama bhuta maheshwara. People seeing me like any other person in the human body, they insult me, they disregard me, not knowing my greatness. I am this father, but the pity that they are unable to know me, even though I present myself in front of them for their own good. So, Arjuna, Tasmin Dehe, in this body, me itself is adhiyajna. Here, one thing you should know. You may ask, yajna means sacrifices, yajna yagas. How Ishvara came here? Yajna word has got a meaning, Ishvara also. How do you say? Refer to Vedic lexicograph. Refer to Vedic dictionaries compiled by Yaska. Yaska has picked up many words from Vedas whose actual meaning is not commonly available. He gives the meaning of such word. Therein, at one place, he says, Yajna vai Vishnu. The word Yajna also is used for Vishnu. Here Vishnu means Paramatma Tattva. So, Dehe, Arjuna, the best among the humans, in this every body, Aham eva atra adhiyajna. Me itself is adhiyajna, available as adhiyajna, in the sense antaryami, who abides in all and enables them to function. This body of ours, which is nothing but dead mass on its own, if it is available for practical purpose, like other living entities, sentient in nature, is because of presence of Antaryami Ishvara, called here as adhiyajna. See how foolish we are. Ishvara principle cannot be missed because without that we have no existence of ours. And yet, the power of ignorance is such that we verily deny its existence. and get carried away by the body and the world. Even if told, no Shraddha. That's why Shraddha in the Shastra, Shraddha in the teaching of Acharya or Guru is very, very important. If no Shraddha, in course of time, that person becomes good for nothing in the sense he will not be able to achieve any worthwhile Purushartha. So therefore, me as Antaryami Ishvara in this body is what? Is adhiyajna. And at the time of death, one who leaves the body thinking of me, Paramatma, gains me only, there is no doubt about it. Antakalecha, at the time of death, Mameva Smaran Muktva. Remembering me and me alone, Paramatma, nothing else. One who leaves the body, Kalevaran body, Saha Madbhavam Gacchati, Yati. He becomes me. Discovers oneself to be me. Not only that, is a principle. At the time of death, whatever one thinks, that's something like that he becomes. Similar thing he becomes. What does one think at the time of death? What you're thinking all life long, naturally it comes there. And at the time of death, every individual is a weak condition. There is agonizing pain in the body. Mind is not able to tolerate the pain. At such time, whatever is most dear, all that one has taken to in life, whole life, that only comes in mind. Those who all along were seeking me, Paramatma, they think of me, Paramatma only. So therefore, whatever one thinks at the time of death, so one becomes. This is the principle. That's what is to be done. Oh, it's a very good thing then. What is it? Whole lifelong, khao, piyo, maja karo. At the time of death, we'll think of what? Bhagavan. Anything but Bhagavan will come there. You can't cheat yourself. So therefore, the best thing is, all along in life, think of me, Paramatma only. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu, 24/7. Mam anuspara yuddhacha. Think of me and fight the battle. Mayyarpita manobuddhi mam eva eshasya asamshaya. With your mind totally dedicated to me, you'll gain me only. Bhagavan told Arjuna to fight because it was his duty. So, for every individual, it means discharge your duty, whether worldly duties or scriptural duties. All duties discharge. How? As service to Ishvara. Because in the Karma Yoga attitude, you are saying, there's nothing but Ishvara everywhere. So, there's no division of what? Madhava karma godly karmas and manava karma, for me, human karmas. No. All karmas can be transformed into the worship of Ishvara as an offering to Ishvara. So if you say, you do many things, but what is in the mind is the Ishvara only. Automatically at the time of death, what comes? Ishvara will come. Otherwise not. See, in this context, in Bhagavata, a story is there, Ajamila story. And that's what is quoted. At the time of death, you think of Narayana, Bhagavan, Ishvara. Okay. At the other time, maja karo. No. Ajamila was a Brahmana. Conducting himself strictly in accordance with the Varnashrama system. But unfortunately, he fell in the company of bad people. Gave up all achara anushtana of Brahmana. He remained only namesake Brahmana, but otherwise he was doing every nonsense thing. He was living with some other woman, got children, etc., etc., etc. And he became old. His youngest son's name was Narayana. He was very fond of him. Because he deviated from the karma of Brahmana, he was what? Had a very, very bad lot. But at the time of death, he remembered his son, youngest son, Narayana, and said, "Oh, Narayana died." Yamadutas came to take him to hell. Meanwhile, Vishnudutas came. So stop. You can't touch him. Why? He has taken the name of Narayana. He will be taken to Vaikuntha. Then what are you talking? He called his son. That doesn't matter. He has taken the name Narayana. So he cannot be taken to. The fight between both these dutas. Vishnu dutas overpowered who? The Yamadutas. See, in that state, Ajamila was conscious of this fight between these two and what is happening. And Yamadutas were driven away. He came to senses, he survived. And he recognized his mistake. He goes to Haridwar and lives a rigorous life of tapas and reduces it. This is Ajamila's story. People think at the time of death we think of Bhagavan. Not possible. Ajamila came accidentally to the name of the son. That is not a guarantee. A story is told. A shopkeeper, a grocery merchant, was very much impressed by this Ajamila story. So what he did, he had 8 sons, and he gave the name of Bhagavan to all 8, thinking that at least one name I will remember at the time of death, like Ajamila. He became old, bedridden, and he was the point of death. He wanted to see all his sons, all the 8 sons gathered around him and he looked at them. Oh Govinda, oh Madhava, oh Keshava, oh Narayana, like this. And when he said the 8th one, oh Muralidhara, he said, all of you are here. Who is there at the shop? Papada. What was the last thought? Not any of the son's name. Shop. Whole lifelong he was a shop. That was the only thing. Shop. You can't cheat yourself, okay? So therefore, forget about that. That you can cheat Bhagavan whole lifelong and think of him at the time of the death. So that means one who thinks of me all along, automatically will think of me at the time of death when he comes to me. So for that was necessary. Repeated practice of remembering me must be there. In life, we have to get preoccupied with many things. But at the backdrop, our mind has to dwell on Paramatma Tattva. What is that Paramatma Tattva? Is elaborated further. Kavim 9. Kavim Purana Manushasitaram Anoraniyasa Manusmaredya Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parasta. One who meditates on me, Paramatma, like this against me. Who is Paramatma? Ishvara. He says, Kavi. Kavi doesn't mean poet here. Kavi means poet. The actual meaning of Kavi is Krantadarshi. Krantadarshi in the sense one who knows entire past, means in the sense one who is omniscient. Puranam, Chirantanam, Anadi, unborn, ever existent. We have a concept Purana is old or it is Purana. No. That's the meaning, but Chirantana, which exists all along. Anushasitaram, the one who has got law, who wields the scepter of law, one who enforces administration in this entire cosmos, the administrator of the entire creation. Anoho aniyasam. Subtler than anything subtle that you can think of. Means all pervasive. Sarvasya dhataram. One who dispenses, distributes the karma phalas of everyone. Nobody can escape it. No exception. Having done the karma, you have to reap the harvest. It may be after kalpas, but you have no escape. One who enforces this law is that Ishvara. Achintya Rupam. His nature is inconceivable, imperceptible, atindriya. It is not an entity which can be seen, heard, touched, smelled, or tasted. And yet it exists. So that is achintya, beyond the grasp or objectification of the mind intellect. Aditya Varnam, resplendent like sun in the sense, the very knowledge principle, the self-evident knowledge principle. And yet, tamasa parasta, independent of tamas, ignorance. So that is that Paramatma Tattva. Such Paramatma, one who thinks of it at the time of death, having withdrawn the mind from all the other preoccupations, mind fixed in this Paramatma. Of course, there's few methods are given from yogic standpoint. Prayana kale, at the time of death. Manasa achalena, by achala mind, unwavering mind, undistracted mind. Bhaktya yuktaha, filled with bhakti, devotion. Yoga balena chaiva. Here yoga bala is little because some upasanas are involved here. This topic is not that of directly Atmajnana, but meditation, wherein certain mode of departure of Sukh Sharira at the time of death comes, which can be accomplished by Patanjali Yoga. Yoga Balena. It's not for all, but such upasakas. Upasakas means meditators who do such specific meditation. Yoga Balena Cheva. By his practice of Patanjali Yoga so far, Bhrur Madhye Pranamavesam. Having concentrated the prana in between eyebrows, that of course chakras, etc. involved there. Thinking of Paramatma who lives, he discovers himself to Paramatma Swarupa. But that doesn't mean without this, it's difficult because Patanjali Yoga is involved. Nobody can gain me. No. Me, Paramatma Tattva is like this. Nobody need mistake that this is the only path as such. This is for few people who are adept in such practice of yogas. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you now that Akshara Brahma, Paramatma Tattva, which is gained by why people? Veda Vidaha, is gained by those people who have studied and ascertained the purport, the tatparya, the sum and substance of Vedas. Those, again, which is gained by who? Vitaragaha yataya. Yatis, is sannyasis, of course, free from likes and dislikes. Yadichantaha brahmacharyam charanti. Desires of gaining which? Brahma Swarupa. Brahmacharyam charanti. Live the life of a brahmachari with the guru. Here brahmacharya means a life of studious discipline, living in the guru and taking to this pursuit fully. Tatte padam sangrahena prakshi. That abode, I will tell you in brief now. Again, some yogic practice are involved. Sarvadvarani sanyamya manohridi nirudhyacha murdhyayatmana pranam asito yoga dharanam Omityekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Mamanusmaran Yah Prayati Tajandeyam Sayati Paramam Gatim Sarvadvarani Sanyamya. All gates of Indriyas, senses, have withdrawn from their pursuit. Manaha Hridi Nirudhyacha, and fix the mind in Antakarana. By yogic practice, having fixed the prana at Murdhani. Murdhani is there. Of course, yoga is in order. Sahasrara. Practicing yoga and uttering Om iti ekaksharam Brahma. Om addressing indestructible Brahma Tattva. Mam anusmaran, remembering me. One who dies, he gains me. Here, Atma Jnana is not there. But his heights of upasana meditation such that by this mode of death, he can gain Paramatma also. Easy way is Atma Jnana, for which, of course, Vairagya is indispensable. So, thus, those who think of me all along in their life, for whom me, Paramatma and Paramatma alone is the goal of life. Arjuna, for such people, I am very, very, very easy to gain, obtain. Because their mind is always centered on me. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. What you think, so you become. And when you think of me all along, where's the difficulty? He is not interested in anything else. So therefore, ananya cheta satatam. With the mind not getting preoccupied in anything other than myself. Yaha mam nityasha sparati. One who thinks of me all along. Tasya nityayuktasya yogina. To that man whose mind is always absorbed in me, Parameshwara. Aham sulabham. I am very, very easy to gain. So therefore, our only goal of life must be Paramatma Chintan. You may ask, what are the other things? The same. Once Swami Vivekananda was in London. You're talking. One lady got up and said, Swami, if we do all these things, who will look after the house? Question is otherwise. Who will not look after? Who will run the house? The question is whether you run the house or a house makes you run. Find out. If you run the house is under your control. But generally, it is the house makes you run here and there. You are under control of the house. For a devotee, he does his duties, but it is not a matter of concern. Why? Bhagavan is assured, Yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will take care of their needs. It depends on your intensity of Shraddha in Ishvara. You will take it. First thing, as far as this person is concerned, his needs are bare minimum. His needs are bare minimum to the extent of keep the body going on. He can give everything, but hunger, thirst, and shelter he can't give up. Yogakshemam vahamya. I will take care of it. Assurance. Bhagavan's assurance. You may forget, he will not forget. He will never fail you. So therefore, he is not bothered. Always thinking of Parameshwara. Even otherwise also. In the 24/7, the duties. You discharge your duties, so the mind is in the Paramatma Tattva. Can be made. Is a knack. So such a person who always thinks of me, I'm very, very easy to gain. And what is the result? Very important. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gataha. Mamupetya, having gained me Paramatma, you will not get punarjanma. You will not get rebirth. You will not get subjected to cycle of samsara, transmigration. Punarjanma, which is dukkhalayam ashashata. This birth in this world, which is dukkhalaya. I hope you know the meaning alaya. Vidyalaya, bhojanalaya, vachanalaya, shauchalaya, abode of here, dukkhalaya. This samsara, Bhagavan has given the description. Abode of sorrow. Ashashvatam. Totally impermanent. And we are so great where Bhagavan says this world and birth is abode of sorrow, impermanent nature. We seek freedom from sorrow, happiness, everlasting in nature. He is going to tell in the ninth chapter. Anityam asukham lokam. This world is anitya, impermanent. Asukha, true happiness is not there. And we seek what is not there and suffer samsara. But those who seek me and gain me like this, they get freed from this calamitous samsara. Now here one may say, that is fine. You are great, etc., etc., etc. But there are high-level heavens also. Shastra Vedas describe Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka is the loka, field of experience, wherein highest standard of living is there. Why not gain it? Number one, gaining it is more difficult than gaining Atmajnana. Number two, even after you gain it, they are impermanent. One day, you'll be out from them. Or that Brahmaloka itself will disappear. Not the final goal of life. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravarti Norjuna Mahamupetyatu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyati. From the highest heaven called Brahmaloka, all other heavens, Punaravartina, they come and go, they come and go. The one who gains me, Paramatma, no more return from them. No more return. He becomes me, Paramatma Sarupa, which was his true nature. Why people who have gone to Brahmaloka also return? Because they are limited in time. Maybe the time span is very vast compared to our transitory existence in this world here. But it also has an end. So now we are going to come to a chronology of this Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka is presided over by Hiranyagarbha, or at physical level, Virat, whom we call as Brahmaji, one of the Trinity. But just as in our 24 hours, we go to sleep for a certain period, like that Hiranyagarbha also withdraws from all activities. At that time, there is no manifest creation. Just as when you sleep, your manifest creation of waking and dream is not there. So also, there it is not so. And therefore, what is the duration? Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Vidu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Teho Ratra Vidu Jana. A day of Brahmaji called Kalpa Eon is 1000 yugas. This yuga here, see, you are aware of Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga, present Yuga. We are in Yuga, 4 yugas. What is Yuga? Here, one Yuga is unit of all these 4. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali, 4 put together one Yuga. Chatur Yuga. Such 1000 Chatur Yuga is a day of Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha. His night also is equally that duration. Means 1000 yugas, Chatur yugas, plus 1000 Chatur day And 1000 Chandrika night is 1 day of Brahmaji. And such 360 days makes one Brahma Varsha. Not our 1 year is 360 days of 24/7. Devata's Varsha is 360 times of hours. But Brahmaji's is like this. And lifespan of one Brahmaji is 120 Brahma Varsha. All along, every 1000 Chaturyuga, he goes to sleep, awakes. Awakes, Kalpa go on, sleep, merges. It's like that. And when he goes to sleep, all lokas, including Brahma Loka, is wound up. Not permanent. So therefore, this is people who know chronology say that. And what happens is, at the time of his night, sleep, entire creation is withdrawn. And when he is awake, entire creation gets manifest. So therefore, this creation goes on, and we are helplessly caught in it. We have no freedom. We are just programmed, as it were, in such creation. Therefore, it is not worth being in this. It will be seen afterwards. The question is, what is Navavidha Bhakti? Navavidha Bhakti is ninefold devotion. See, devotion, two types. Sadhana Bhakti, Sadhya Bhakti. Sadhya Bhakti is Sadhu Parama Prema Sarupa. The pinnacle of devotion is Bhagavan, Bhakta, and Bhakti coalesce. What remains is Bhagavan only. There is no me Bhakta taking to Bhakti, love of Bhagavan. It was the beginning. That beginning process is called as sadhana bhakti. In sadhya bhakti, only Bhagavan only is there. This is very beautifully depicted by Kabir Das. Prema gali ati sankari jame dona samay. जब मैं था हरि नाही, अब हरि आए मैं नाही. Prema gali, the street of bhakti devotion, ati sankari, very narrow. Jame, जिसमें, in which Dona samay, two persons cannot be accommodated simultaneously. So narrow it is. Jab mai tha, when I was in that, Hari nahi, Hari was not there. Aba Hari hai, now Hari is there, mai nahi. I lost my individuality. What is that? Hari, Bhagavad Tattva alone is there. Same thing is told. जब ढूंढा तुझको पाया तेरा पता नहीं, अब पाया तेरा पता, जब पाया तेरा पता, अब मेरा पता नहीं। भगवान तू ढूंढा तुझको सब जगह, जब ढूंढा तुझको, when I start searching you, I could not get you anywhere at all. जब पाया तुझको, when I got you, अब मेरा पता नहीं. I am no more there because everything is you only. This is sadhya bhakti, bhakti at its culmination. But to achieve that, with me as the body, I have to start correlating with Bhagavan, depending on my aptitudes and attitudes. Shastra gives 9 types of this. It is like this. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishno Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. 9-fold ways of relating ourselves to Bhagavan is given. Shravanam, listening to the glories and the nature of Bhagavan. The epitome of this is Raja Parikshit. Parikshit came to know that his end is in the 7 days. All 7 days, he exposed himself to listening to the glory of Bhagavan. Then Kirtanam, singing the glories of Bhagavan. Shukadeva. Shuka is a great jnani, but he always goes on singing the glory of Bhagavan. That's what he taught to Parikshit. Smaranam, in and through all adversities, remembering Bhagavan only. Prahlada. Prahlada is an exceptional case. Very exceptional case. In and through all tortures, he was remembering Narayana only. Prahlada. Smarana. Pada Sevanam. Lakshmi, serving the feet, always massaging. Not that Narayana wants it. He gives opportunity to her to serve. Lakshmi. Archanam. Archana, worship. Raja Prithu is an example. He was a great worshipper of Bhagavan. Vandanam, doing namaskara to Bhagavan. In this context, the example is that of Akrura. Akrura is an uncle of Krishna. He is the one who had come to take Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura for that wrestling, etc. He was a great devotee. So, Vandanam. Dasya. Serving Hanuman. Hanuman is a pinnacle of attitude of service. See, you know his role in Ramayana like Lakshmana. Hanuman. Sakhya, friendship. Arjuna is the example. Arjuna was a great friend of Krishna. See, if Dharmaraja were to meet Krishna after going to his palace, he will not barge in like that. He will tell the guard, please convey to Krishna that I have come. And when he says yes, he will go in. Arjuna, no such permission. He will straight away barge in the inner apartments of Krishna. Friend has got that liberty. So Arjuna is a great friend of him. That's why he says, Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. Arjuna was a devotee and a friend. Certificate is given by Bhagavan only. We claim ourselves a devotee, but has Bhagavan given certificate that we are devotee needs to be certified by Bhagavan. Arjuna was an example. Then lastly is Atma Nivedanam, offering oneself totally to Bhagavan. Raja Bali, grandson of Prahlada, son of Virojana. So you know the Vamanavatara story. Bali was so strong that Indra was dethroned. Bhagavan wanted to restore Indra's throne. So he sent Bali to Patala. You know the story? Vamanavatar. Vamana came in the form of a dwarf, a Brahmin boy, Batu, and asked for Bhiksha. Bali asked, whatever I will give. Shukracharya was there. He cautioned, look, this boy is not an ordinary boy. He is Narayana himself. Don't promise him. Bali didn't obey. If Narayana asks, it is my pleasure to give. How can I say no? He offered. Vamana asked, oh, nothing more. A place covering his 3 steps. Then who was he? Narayana. Bali said, yes. 1 foot, entire earth was covered. 2nd foot, antariksha, internal space was covered. Vamana asked, where to keep the 3rd one? He said, put on my head. Sent to Patala. But he didn't budge. He offered. He offered himself to Bhagavan. Of course, there Bhagavan was there at his beck and call, as it were. And after 10,000 years of luxurious life, he develops dispassion and starts inquiring Atma Sarupa and gains the knowledge. So like this, 9 ways of relating ourselves to Bhagavan in terms of love towards him. Love, bhakti towards him. For Navavidha bhakti. Whatever suits to oneself, one can take to it. But the final goal is sadhya bhakti. Bhakta, Bhagavan and bhakti coalescing, leaving Bhagavan and Bhagavan alone. Oh. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.